when we look at the snatch, everyone wants to look in this like linear steps type of idea. Like we want to learn every position in the pool and we want to chain them together all at once and be thinking about all this crazy shit. When in reality, we need to do things, we need to have drills that simplify things so we can accomplish the global movement. Two different variations. You could do one version of them, you could do the other one, or you could do both at the same time. That is no hook and no foot snatch. The reason why those are important movements to have is that you can simplify the movement without bastardizing the movement. The movement remains the same, but you're simplifying it. Something as simple as grabbing the bar with your hand rather than the hook, it gives you this sense of connection to the bar that you might not have. We get so used to with the hook and loose arms, kind of having no feedback when the bar touches us and when we need to turn over. So what we do is we grab the bar with our hand and we put the bar where we want it. Secondly, you know, there's so much about the dynamic movement of the snatch that we worry about, where we make contact, we have to get under it, we have to move our feet, there has to be this tempo. What if we glue our feet into the floor and we just think nice and easy, off the hips and catch? Okay, this comes after learning the snatch from the very basic start. But what I've seen with a lot of beginners is the moment that we do no foot snatches, their movement becomes more fluid and they actually begin to lift near like 90%, 95%, or even 100% of their overall lift. And what that tells me is that the movement of the feet is not causing any advantage to them yet, it's just causing confusion. First, we'll just do no foot, okay? I like to get in this pre-set up position, get my grip. I'm gonna use the hook here. We're gonna do no foot, and I stand a little bit wider because I wanna be able to catch in that overhead position. If I stand narrower, and now I have to not move my feet and catch, it's really difficult. So I'm gonna stand wider. Just try to control the bar and be smooth. Okay. The next one, we have no hook. Same thing, let's move our feet this time. Okay, so we're just gonna no hook, and all this does is provide feedback. And it also provides a governor, so we don't lift that heavy because the bar's gonna slip out of our hands, okay? So no hook, and we are gonna move our feet here. You can see I'm a little bit more aggressive in my turnover. Now, we're gonna do no hook, no foot. So we have that feedback, and we've simplified the movement entirely. Dylan's actually gonna use straps here, but he's gonna go no foot. In general, when I get pretty heavy, my feet just don't move. And some might say that's a technical fault, some might not. I don't really think it is. The Chinese don't move their feet, that's a purposeful thing. The Russians do move their feet. There's also plenty of different lifters from around the world that lift a certain different way. It can be such a nuanced thing. Yeah. But the problem here is, like, if I'm naturally not gonna move my feet well, then the no foot snatch is not gonna be that effective for me.
No, you'll be really good at it.
I'll be really good, but it's not gonna be helping too much. But I'm still gonna do it anyways. Yeah. But I am gonna have a hook grip, so I'm not worried about the feedback, or I'm not gonna have so much of a governor, so I will be able to get pretty heavy, all things considered.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed too, and I've kind of forgotten about this, is because you don't have that kind of up-down feedback with the feet, there's an aspect of this where you need to be sure of extension. Do you feel that at all? Like, you got to float the bar a little bit. So you make contact, you really got to make sure that bar is going where you want before getting underneath. And I think a lot of times, because the snatch is so dynamic, it's such a punch and go, that this can actually benefit someone who might be more advanced in just that they need to stay going up. I made a video called like Up Like Lasha. Yeah. And that's essentially what the video is about. You have to be able to feel the bar coming up on you before you go underneath, even though they happen simultaneously. You don't want, when the bar is heavy in your hands, the first thing you want to do is get under it.
Yeah.
So you have to, with this drill, I can really feel it because I don't have any movement in my feet. I'm trying to keep them glued to the floor. I have to extend.
Yeah. That's better.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm making contact and staying and then coming through.
Oh yeah. It's almost like it slows the whole movement down.
It makes it feel a lot slower.
Yeah, you can just like see the movement happening more.